Yeah. Good morning. Good morning, all of you. So I'm requesting you all, please turn on your camera. Thank you. So please turn on your camera. At least for 5 minutes. At least for 5 minutes, just turn on your camera. Please, if you turn on camera very fastly, then I will take some snaps. So later we will continue the class. So once again, I'm requesting you all, please turn on camera. Yeah. Thank you. Fine. So if you want, you can turn off. Now today is the day 2 for this Microsoft Azure AI fundamental course. So in yesterday's class, so please listen, students. I hope all are in the mute state. And if you have any question, you can unmute yourself and ask the question, or you can communicate through the chat box. Or if you're not comfortable to interact through this online meeting, you can call me later also if you have any doubts. So my contact number also available in the WhatsApp group. You can call me. Fine. So yesterday we discussed about why this artificial intelligence is very popular. So we discussed about that one, and in what perspective this will be useful for us. That also we discussed. And today, yeah. Now today topic is what are the key elements in artificial intelligence. What are the key elements in the artificial intelligence we are going to discuss now. So as I said, why it is called as the artificial intelligence? And I also said that if artificial intelligence is a broad area, so it contains some key parts. So one of the key parts is the machine learning, another one is the deep learning, and some are the fuzzy logic, and some are the evolutionary intelligence. So different parameters, different elements are there in the artificial intelligence, like machine learning. Yesterday I told you. So a broad box with artificial intelligence. Within that, a small box is the machine learning, and one more small box that is the deep learning. These are the various elements in the artificial intelligence. But more, hello, yeah. Hope you understand. AI is a broader area. So in that one, machine learning is a subset, and deep learning is a subset. But major contribution in the artificial intelligence, more dominated one in the artificial intelligence is a machine learning. So machine learning is a very dominated part in the artificial intelligence, very popular because of the huge applications. So what is the machine learning? So I want to explain about the machine learning, which is a key element, most important element in the artificial intelligence. So what is the machine learning? I'm trying to explain first. So machine learning means we are trying to make machine to learn something. We are trying to make machine means a computer. Okay, we are trying to make a computer, we are trying to make a machine to learn something. Yeah, to learn. And later, based on its experience, based on its learning experience, it will conclude, it will take some decisions after its learning, right? So, see, yesterday I give the example, right? When I was when I first time I came to Warangal, I don't know any places. Even very first day, I'm searching for the 1,000-pillar temple also initially. So later, what happened? So based on my day-to-day life, slowly I learn, or some persons teach me how to go to the 1,000-pillar temple. So someone taught me how to reach 1,000-pillar temple. From next onwards, I will take the decision how to go to 1,000-pillar temple. Whether I have to go to that public garden, or I want to go to that what's called some Balasamudram area. So different ways. So I have concluded where to go, in what direction I have to go. So initially I was learned. Someone taught me. So later I will conclude it. So it's a natural intelligence that what I have. Same fashion, we have to make machine to learn for a perspective job, for a particular job. We have to make machine to learn for a particular job. For a particular job, we have to make machine to learn. Once the machine will learn perfectly, then the machine will conclude for that, will give some conclusions, will give some decisions toward that job. That's called machine learning. Okay, but anyhow, in detail, I will explain. So I want to share my whiteboard. I hope you are able to see the whiteboard. So simply, I want to explain what will be the machine learning. Hope this whiteboard screen is visible to all of you. And a small request from the students, if possible, take some screenshots and post it in the group. It's required actually, if time permits. Now, the first one is natural intelligence. That's what generally we have. Natural intelligence. Generally, that's what we have. It's called natural intelligence. And by observing the natural intelligence, some mathematical modeling using computer programming, we are developing the artificial intelligence. It is artificial intelligence. Hope you understand. It's AI. It's a natural intelligence that generally what we have. It's a natural intelligence. Natural intelligence by what we have. Artificial intelligence, we are developing some intelligence artificially in the form of the computing machines by observing the natural intelligence. Okay. So in the natural intelligence, there is a main part is called as the human learning. Human learning means how we learn for something, whatever it may be, how we are learning. That's called human learning. That's the natural intelligence. That what we are learning, how we are learning, that is the natural intelligence. So by observing the human learning, so we are developing the machine learning. Machine learning. Both are analogous. So machine learning is part in the artificial intelligence, similar to the human learning in the natural intelligence. Okay. Now first I want to explain about the human learning and how we will correlate human learning with the machine learning. Okay. So I need your active participation. So let us assume a baby was born. At that time, it's like at that time, his brain, that is it's a brain of the human baby who was born. At that time, the human brain that didn't contain any information, it contains very random noise. He don't know anything. At the time of born, he don't know anything. His brain, nothing, no information is available, but brain contains the multiple neurons which are interconnected. There is a multiple neurons in his brain which are interconnected. In a human being, what is the main part which is capable to learn? Which is the main part which makes human to learn? That's called human brain, right? So that is the here. The human learning, the main part is called as the human brain. That is called as a model. The human brain is a model. Based on this human brain, we learn so many things. So the human brain is a new natural intelligence that God given to us. Fine. Very good. So now our brain is with us. That's given by God from our birth. Nothing is there in our brain at the time of that we born. Now, parents took the child. Maybe after 3 to 4 years, he grown with his mother. He may learn some few things like how to call Amma, Nana, like that. Later, their parents keep them into the school to make him learn some more. They keep their child in school. So now, if you want to learn something, what are the major part in the body? What are the major part in the body which helps the kid to learn? That is called as the human brain. So this human brain is called as the model. Now the human brain is ready. The model is ready to learn. So what we require? Model is ready. Model means human brain is ready. Model architecture is ready. Brain architecture is ready. The brain contains the multiple neurons which are interconnected. But it is very fresh. Nothing is available. Just he entered into school to learn something. Make him neurons active. Now tell me, friends, what are the things required if you want to learn? If he want to learn, what are the required things? Please respond either through the chat box or unmute yourselves. Suppose if someone want to make that kid learn, that human to learn, so what are the things required? Now the kid is entered into the school with a blank brain, simple neurons without any information. Now the kid is there to learn something. That human is there to learn something. So what are required? What are required? Anyone can respond. So తను ఇంకా నేర్చుకోవాలి, ఏదైనా నేర్చుకోవాలి అనుకుంటే, లెర్న్ చేయాలనుకుంటే, so what are the things we have to provide to him? Anyone please respond either to the chat box. Teacher, perfect. So you require a teacher, okay? Trainer, right? Next. So even the trainer or teacher, if I am sitting in front of you, perfect. That 1016 content, perfect. So see, if I am the instructor and you are sitting in front of the camera to learn something, I am the instructor. If simply I sit in front of you, is it required? No, I am like just enabling you to learn. But what the main thing required is content. Content is required, right? Yes, some long ways content required, right? Perfect. So when the child is entered into the school, some content is required. Maybe at that time they may give the content like A, B, C, D. Let's assume maybe when I was a child, I start with A like the Telugu. But nowadays we are starting with the A, B, C, D English. So this is the content. It is available, right? Perfect. So when he is stepping into the school, the content is required to make him learn. The content will be depending upon what he wants to learn, right? When I was a childhood, the content are Telugu letters. Now it is English. Now content is ready. Human being is ready to learn. That means machine model is ready. Content is ready. Anything else we require? Main parts. So for human learning, the brain is required actually. If his brain is not mature, he has some problem, he can't learn anything, right? And the content is available. What else? You said that, someone said that it's trainer, teacher, right? Perfect. Or the school, whatever it could be, the school. So student is ready, content is ready. See, perfect, proper environment. So what I want to tell you is how we make that student to learn these contents. There are some strategies there, right? I am delivering this content to you with my strategy. I want to make you update on these contents based on, I have some strategy, how I want to explain. I have some strategy. Maybe I will explain with the screen and also explain the PPT. Maybe I will do some question and answers to you to make you learn. That's the strategy I am following. No need to be same strategy will be followed by all others to make you learn, right? So what is called, one more thing is strategy. What the strategy we are following, that is changes from the school to school to school. Some school strategy is different, some school strategy is different, some school strategy is different. So based on the school strategy, the instructor will follow. Again, if the same course is delivered within the school by the different teachers strategy is different. Maybe they are following the same inputs what are given from the school. The instructor may add some more things. So that is called strategy. Okay. So another thing is called strategy. So this is some strategy what they are following, right? So if a human want to learn something, the three parts are required. So one is called brain. He must be a healthy brain. He has a healthy brain. So that is called model. Without this one, you can't do anything. Even the content you have a very good strategy, but he is not healthy. His model, his brain is not healthy. He can't, right? Now, second thing, fine. His brain is perfect. He is very healthy person. But you have to provide the content also. If you're not providing any content, yes. If you're not providing any content, what he learn? You have to tell what he want to learn, what he will learn, what he have to do, he have to learn. So maybe A, B, C, D, or syllable letters, or numbers, whatever it may be, you have to provide the content. Those contents he will learn. So the contents are ready. And finally, strategy. So what strategy you are following, maybe as an instructor or as an institute, what the strategy of they are following to make that human being learn, to make the kid learn all these contents. That's called strategy. So these are the three main parts: content, model, strategy. Strategy nothing but approach. What the way we are making the kid to learn these contents. Hope you understand. So this is the human learning. Now, what are the machine learning? So I'm going to know. I'm trying to analyze. I want to analyze this. So in the machine learning, here, like a human brain, we are mathematically developed some model. Like a human brain, that is a God given to us, all the neurons which are interconnected. Similarly, we have to build some mathematical modeling. So we have to build some model, the mathematical model. This is called a machine learning model. That's called machine. Different machine learning models are there. Different machine learning models are there. Different architectures, like a human brain. So different architectures, different models. But these models are developed in the form of the mathematical modeling. So maybe one of the machine learning model is called as the artificial neural network. It mimics the human brain directly. So this artificial neural network contains multiple neurons like this, and all the neurons are interconnected. How these are operating, that the some we will discuss later. It's not part of this course. Once you clear this course, if you want to learn, we will discuss later. So this is the ANN, one of the machine learning model. So we are building an architecture by taking the inspiration from the human brain. Human brain contains the multiple neurons which are interconnected. Similarly, we are building some architecture mathematically, similar to the your brain. In brain, the multiple neurons are interconnected. Similarly, you have to build an architecture mathematically. It's not a physically visible, it is mathematically we are developing. That's why I told that if you want to learn AI, you must be good in the mathematics and also in the programming. So this is the model is ready, architecture is ready. So this architecture is in the form of the mathematical modeling. It may contain some of the algebraic operations. It contains some algebraic operations, right? Fine, model is ready now. So what next we require students? It's almost similar to the human learning. Now what is required? Now I want to make this model to learn. I want to make this machine learning model which is available in the form of the mathematical modeling. So what is required? Knowledge. Next, what is required to make that machine model to learn? Like human learning, I want to make this model to learn something. So what are things I require here? It's almost analogous to the human learning. You can compare human learning and machine learning. Machine learning is the artificial intelligence, human learning is the natural intelligence. So the machine learning model is readily available with me, with some architecture, with some mathematical operations within that box. Now I want to make that model to learn similar to the human being. So what I have to add to make this model to learn something.
Previous experiences.
Perfect. And still, so previous experiences means right. So this is a 1013 direct. Similarly, in the human learning, it is a perfect 1013 data. So in the human learning, if the kid want to learn, we have to provide the content. Similarly, if you want to make this model to learn, so you have to provide some data based on the previous data. That's called previous data. Some of your friends told that the previous data you have to provide. You have to provide the previous data to the model, and based on that data, your model will start learning. Similar to the human learning, we are providing the previous data. ABC is also available from the years back. Same data we are following, we are feeding the students. So the content here is called as the data. So data is very, very important in the machine learning. In AI, data is a very, very important, crucial part and time consuming. You have to spare more time on the data preparation. Because if you feed the wrong data, your model also works in the wrong direction. Similar to our human learning. Suppose if the teacher said that if teacher writes A on the board and he told that it is a B, then the child also learn in that fashion. By seeing the A, he said that B. So you have to feed the data properly, right? So that's why you have to take more time, spend the more time on the data preparation. Okay, data is required. The data will be changes from the application to the application. If the model, if you want to build a model for a healthcare application, you have to take the healthcare data. If you want to build a machine learning model for the banking application, you have to take the banking information. If you want to build an application for the agricultural application, you have to take the data from the agriculture related data. So the data will be changes based on the application, right? If the kid was joined in an English medium school, they will make him learn with ABCD. If he is in the Telugu medium, maybe like that. He is in the Chinese, they make him learn in the Chinese language, or Spanish, Italian, whatever it may be. That is based on which language they want to make him learn. Based on that, the content changes. Here also data changes. If you want to use the machine learning model for a healthcare application, you have to feed the healthcare data only. Hope you understand. So that is the data is important. What else? What else we require? Data is ready, and machine learning model also ready. Data is ready, and model also ready. So what else required? You can compare with your human learning
strategy.
Yes, in the human learning there is a strategy. In the machine learning we are calling it as the optimization. So the another part we require it is called as the optimization. It is almost analogous to your strategy. So there is a different optimization algorithms or optimization methods are available in the literature or exist. And these optimization algorithms will help the machine learning model to update the model parameters according to the data. Our neurons will be updated by seeing A, B, C, D like that. So how the machine learning model parameters are updated? So actually in every machine learning model parameters, in machine learning model, there are the different parameters called weights and bias parameters. How these parameters will be updated based on the available data. That is based on the which type of optimization algorithm you are using. Of course, we are not, see, as I said initially, this is a fundamental course, you no need to much bother about the optimization methods, mathematical analysis, all those things. If you are able to crack this course, certification course, maybe in your curriculum you have the AI related syllabuses. The teachers will help you at the rest of the part. If in your curriculum, if that is not available, and we will think of it, how we want to make you familiar in the AI concepts. We will think of it, or what we can do if the courses are not available in your curriculum. If the courses are available, definitely your teachers will explain. Perfect. So the machine is almost machine learning. So we have to make a model, or we have to make a machine to learn based on the data, based on the application, and using any particular optimization method. Okay, so similar to your human learning. So ఇక్కడ ఆప్టిమైజేషన్ అల్గోరిథం ఏం చేస్తుందంటే ఇచ్చిన డేటాను బేస్ చేసుకుని ఈ మోడల్ హౌ ఇట్ విల్ అప్డేట్ ఇట్స్ పారామీటర్స్, హౌ ఇట్ విల్ అప్డేట్ ఇట్స్ మోడల్ పారామీటర్స్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద డేటా, హౌ ఇట్ విల్ అప్డేట్, దట్ ఈస్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ యువర్ ఆప్టిమైజేషన్ అల్గోరిథం. ది ఆప్టిమైజేషన్ అల్గోరిథం విల్ టెల్ ద మోడల్ హౌ టు అప్డేట్ ఇట్స్ మోడల్ పారామీటర్స్ లైక్ వెయిట్స్ అండ్ యూజింగ్ ద డేటా. మనకు కూడా ఇప్పుడు మనం చిన్నప్పుడు స్కూల్కి వెళ్ళాం అనుకున్నాం. సో ఈ న్యూరాన్స్ మధ్యలో ఎటువంటి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉంటుంది, కంప్లీట్ ర్యాండమ్ నాయిస్. మనం ఇవన్నీ ఎలా అప్డేట్ అవుతుంటాయి, కంటెంట్ ఉంటుంది, అండ్ టీచర్ ఆర్ స్కూల్ విల్ టెల్ హౌ దే ఆర్ గివింగ్ సమ్ యాక్టివిటీస్, దే ఆర్ గివింగ్ సమ్ అసైన్మెంట్స్, దే ఆర్ గివింగ్ సమ్ homeworks. That's some strategy. So based on that strategy, our neurons will be updated. From next onwards, when I see the letter A, I can easily identify, yes, it is a A, and this is a P, this is a P, and finally it is the apple. So I can easily recognize, right? And similarly, machine also, I can conclude. I will learn in the school based on the content, based on the strategy, based on my brain. Once I learn, once I saw some word on the board, so I can read A, P, P, L, E, apple, yes. I can conclude, yes, it is the apple, I can conclude. Same thing machine also. So for the machine also, let assume, you want to build a machine learning model you want to build a machine learning model to diagnose the COVID. To diagnose the COVID. Okay. So you can take any machine learning model. There's a lot, many number of machine learning models are available. So you can take any one machine learning model. So machine learning model you are taking means you are taking the architecture. You are taking some mathematical pre-existing mathematical operations. So model is ready. Hope you understand. Like when empty brain we are keeping in the school and make it train. Similarly, you can take a new model. You can take a new machine learning model. So machine learning model at back end of some mathematical operations in terms of weights and bias parameters. These are called as the model parameter center. Weights and bias parameters are called as the model parameters. So in the back end of the machine learning model, there is a mathematical operations in terms of model parameters called weights and bias parameters. Are mathematical operations. Okay. So what these operations, these mathematical operations will be changes from the model to the model. For ANN, the mathematical operations are different. For regression model, mathematical operations are different. For the logistic regression model, mathematical operations are different. So there are different mathematical operations behind every machine learning model, and these mathematical operations are in the form of, in terms of weights and bias parameters. These called as the model parameters. Okay, so now the model mathematical operations and model parameters are available. How these model parameters will be updated? So those model parameters will be updated based on the data. Now I took a regression model. So regression model contains some weights and bias parameters. Now I want to make this regression model. I want to make a logistic, like this is the logistic regression model. Generally, logistic regression model used for the outcome 0 and 1. Okay, forget about all the things. So I have a machine learning model with backend some mathematical operations in terms of the weights and bias parameters. I have the machine learning model. So I will write something here. Wait, just a minute. Okay. Fine. So now let's assume you are working for a company, for MNC software company, and you are working on a project. The project is a AI-based application, a machine learning application to diagnose the COVID. To diagnose the COVID, you want to build a machine learning application at Assume. Now you are taking a machine learning model. You are taking a machine learning model, so ML model. So ML model means, again I am telling, at the back end of your every machine learning model, there is some mathematical operations in terms of model parameters. So if you take the regression model, if you take, let us assume, okay, I will tell you, so some model parameters. So model is ready, available. Now you want to build a machine learning model to diagnose the COVID, right? Okay, now, so your company. So clearly understand, students, is a very important thing to understand the machine learning. So today I want to explain, because if you understand this one, the rest of things will be easy for you. Let us assume you are working for a company, some XYZ company. You are working for a XYZ company, and that XYZ company has a client, healthcare client. Let us assume our Warangal MGM Hospital. Warangal MGM Hospital is a client. Client means who gives the project to the company. So MGM Hospital is a client, and you are working for the XYZ software company, and you are the employee in that XYZ software company. Now your company client, that is the MGM Hospital, give a project to your company XYZ, and the project is, so they are expecting a machine learning model or AI based model to diagnose the COVID, based on some features. To diagnose the COVID, they are giving a project. So you have to build a AI model or machine learning model to diagnose the COVID. That is the project. Okay. Now, so now tell me, students. So if that project is given to you, so finally మీ యొక్క మేనేజర్ వచ్చి మీకు చెప్పారనమాట ఏంటంటే ప్లీజ్ బిల్డ్ ఏ మిషన్ లెర్నింగ్ మోడల్ టు డయాగ్నోస్ ద కోవిడ్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్? సో ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ ఈస్ you have to choose one machine learning model. Which machine learning model you have to choose? That is depending upon the type of problem. I will explain later. So you put the one machine learning model, one mathematical model you have chosen. So once the model is ready with you, so what you have to do next later? మీ దగ్గర మోడల్ రెడీగా ఉందమ్మా. సో ఏ మోడల్ అనేది మీకు తర్వాత మీకు చెప్తాను. ఓకే, బట్ యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ సమ్ మెషిన్ లెర్నింగ్ మోడల్ అంటే దట్ మోడల్ ఇస్ రెడీలీ అవైలబుల్ విత్ యూ. సో వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్? వాట్ యూ విల్ డూ నెక్స్ట్? Perfect, data set. Perfect. No more, not parameters 1039, not parameters. So parameters are with model, that is fixed. Parameters are with model, that's fixed, fine. So first of all, you have to prepare the data. So if you want to prepare the data, you have to know the features. If you want to prepare the data, you have to know the features. So features means, so if I want to diagnose the COVID, what are the features I have to consider? So if I want to diagnose the COVID, what are the features I have to consider? Okay, so now you have to identify the features first. So based on the features, you have to prepare the data. So tell me, okay, just generally, you can tell what are the features you will consider. Yeah, raise the hand, Suresh Naik, please tell me. Suresh, any issue? You raise the hand. If you have any issues, please let me. If you not understand, I will explain again. Done. So you have to prepare the data. So if you want to prepare the data for your application, for your problem, first you have to know what are the features will impact your application. Your application is diagnosis of the COVID. So you have to identify not temperature, yes, maybe, yes, temperature, perfect. 1016, yes, one of the feature is temperature, perfect. Anything else? Just tell, just your views, that's it. So no need, we are not a doctors to tell exactly what are the features will have the impact on the COVID. Just it is the temperature. What next? Any other feature, please? So that, just assume you are an employee of a company and this is the project with you. Okay, so you already chosen the machine learning model. I'm not concentrating more on the machine learning model. Just let assume you chosen the machine learning model already. So model is readily available. Model parameters are available. So you said the data set you have to prepare. So if you want to prepare the data set, you have to prepare the data. If you want to prepare the content based on which you want to learn the model, you want to make the model to learn. So you have to identify the features which have impact on your application. Your application is a COVID diagnosis. So what are the features will have impact? So maybe one person 1016 told that it is a temperature. Anything else? Maybe maybe most of the people, yes, cough. Perfect, cough. So another feature is cough and cold, perfect, cold, like that, maybe oxygen level O2 and also pulse rate. So these are the some of the features. So these are the features, based on these features, you want to make your model to learn to diagnose the COVID. Perfect, I'm very happy. So now you identify the features. Features are you identified. What next? So features, only features on the telephone. So you have, once the features are identified, what you have to do, you have to collect the past history of the patients. You have to collect the past history of the patients. Okay, let's assume maybe I met one patient which has a temperature of 102 Fahrenheit and S cough S, cold S, oxygen levels are 82. That is very below the threshold value, and pulse rate also very high. Pulse rate is very high, like not exactly, no, 150. If these are the things, then that patient is diagnosed as a positive. Positive means 1. It is a positive. It is a COVID positive. That means I collected the sample from the previous data, previous patients. So already in the hospital health record, the data is available. Someone diagnosed as a COVID positive. Now what are the symptoms? They are identified. Yes, fever 120, 102, cough yes, cold yes, O2 yes, like that. Okay, then it is a symptoms are COVID positive. Hope you understand. So like that you have to prepare data and collect the second sample data. So let us say maybe in the second sample data, you have the 98, cough no, cold no, oxygen levels are good, 95, pulse rate also good, around 104, then it is a COVID negative, 0. Right? Like that, you have to prepare the thousands of sample data, variety of data, thousands of samples of data you have to take. If you have the more data, your machine learning model will be more accurate. You can make it more accurate learning. Okay, so once the features are identified, so you have to prepare the data, you have to collect the data from the past information. Now the data is ready, your machine learning model is ready. Now apply some optimization algorithm, make your machine learning model learn based on the available data. Once your machine learning model perfectly all right, now you can deploy your model into the real-time application. Okay, now my question, friends, my question is, now I made the machine learning model learn perfectly on this available data. Very good, it's accurately predicting. Everything fine, it's accurately predicting. Just a minute, students. Yeah. So hope you, I am trying to convey how machine learning models are, machine learning approach pipeline will be. So you have to understand the problem given by your client, and you have to choose the proper machine learning model, and you have to identify the features, and you have to prepare the data, and using the proper optimization algorithm, you have to make your model learn based on the available data. Perfect. Example, assume your machine learning model trained perfectly and it is able to diagnose the COVID very well. Now you have to deploy into the real-time application. Okay, మీరు machine learning model బాగా predict చేయగలుగుతున్నాము COVID ని based on these features. Now you want to build an application, maybe web application or mobile application. That application you are given to your hospital client. So then the hospital will use that application. So if your hospital or your client want to use this application, which was run by a machine learning model in the back end, but in the front end, what are the inputs that hospital people will give? అర్థమవుతామని అడిగింది. సో మీరు మిషన్ లెర్నింగ్ మోడల్ రెడీ చేసి పెట్టారమ్మా. సో బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ లో అది రెడీ అవుతుంటుంది. సో బట్ ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ లో మాత్రం హాస్పిటల్ వాళ్ళు ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఫీడ్ చేస్తుంటారు. అంటే డయాగ్నోస్ కోవిడ్ ఉందా లేదా అని తెలుసుకోవాలనుకుంటే దే విల్ ఫీడ్ సమ్ ఇన్పుట్స్, రైట్? సో హౌ యువర్ వెబ్ అప్లికేషన్ లుక్స్ లైక్, ఎవరైనా చెప్పగలరా? జస్ట్ సమ్ ఐడియా హౌ యువర్ అప్లికేషన్ విల్ బి లుక్స్ లైక్. మోడల్ రెడీ అయిపోయింది. నౌ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఇంటిగ్రేట్ దట్ మోడల్ ఇంటు ది వెబ్ అప్లికేషన్. If you want to integrate that model into the web application, how your front end looks like? For web application, front end lo ela undali ani adugutunna. Hope you understand how your web application or mobile application front end should be. Any idea? Friends, enter name, fine. Temperature, yes. So you have to build a web application. Your front end will contain the features what we are used to diagnose the COVID. So your application will enable the user. Yes. Perfect. It is easily understandable, and your front end should be the features which you consider to diagnose the COVID. So your front end may be in the front end. Let us assume this is a web application or mobile application. In the front end, you have to ask some inputs like what the temperature and what is the O2 level, what is the pulse rate, and what is the cough status or the cold status. Later you have to keep the submit button. Once you submit it, and the backend your machine learning model will run, and based on the features that values are entered, your model will predict whether he has the COVID or not. Hope you understand. Right now, your machine will give the distance. Machine will give the distance. No need to bother about whether he has the COVID or not. Just give the information. Results, you have to feed the results. What is the pulse rate, what is the blood sample, what are the oxygen levels, what is the temperature value, cough, cold status. You have to feed those inputs and submit it, and the back end your machine learning model will take all these inputs and process it, and it will give the output whether he has the COVID or not. So now your machine learning model, your machine will decide. So So no, because why they said? Because they already learned based on the previous data. So based on the previous data, that machine already learned. Now it will take the new input based on the inputs given. Already based on the information what it have, it will give the. It will tell the whether the person has a COVID or not. So that's how your machine learning models will work. That's how your machine learning pipeline looks like. So that's how your machine will learn. Hope you understand. It's small example I have explained how machine learning works. Okay. So it actually take a very larger time just to make you understand. So what mean by the machine learning? Okay. Now, so that is the first step is the machine learning. So that what I explained till now. So these are often foundation for the AI system, very basic foundation for the AI system, very dominant part. And it will teach the computer model to make predictions and draw the conclusions from the data. From the data, it will give some predictions and it will give some conclusions. So actually, over the last few years, we have thought of some project. The project is like so small hint I want to give there for that project. I want to capture the leaf images based on my mobile camera, and based on the pattern of the leaf image, I want to diagnose whether the plant has any disease or not. If it has any disease, what is the disease? Once the disease is identified, what is my conclusions? So if this is the disease, if this is identified, and you have to suggest the farmer which pesticide you have to use and where it is available. So the complete one web application I want to build. So if you in future I think you are in second year. So if you want to work in that direction, definitely we will work together collaboratively. So your machine learning model not only diagnose, it can also give some conclusions. That also we can use. And coming to the hope you understand what mean by the machine learning. So machine learning means we make machine to learn based on the past data, and later it will predict when it sees the new data and also give some conclusions. So this is about machine learning. So that's one of the key elements in the artificial intelligence. Hope you understand. Next, coming to the second key element in the AI, that is called as anomaly detection. Anomaly detection means identification of the abnormal condition. That's called anomaly detection. Identification of the abnormal condition, that is called as the anomaly detection. Example I want to tell. Let us assume I am using a credit card, SBI credit card. Generally, I am using over the last 10 years. Okay, so AI-based application of a respective SBI bank, every day it's monitor my transactions. So where Venkatramana do the transactions using this card. Most of the time, I am using the card in maybe in the DMart or in the Reliance for the domestic and also maybe in hotels. So these are the regular pattern. So is Venkatramana? Yes, DMart using, Reliance is using, or some hotels he is using. So that the transactions are going on over the 10 years. So the regular pattern, no abnormal. It is normal for me. For me, it is normal. Based on its observation, AI model observation. Suddenly, one fine day, continuous transactions in a bar. In a bar, there is a continuous transactions from my SBI card. So the model will identify that abnormal condition. Why it is called abnormal condition? Because Venkatramana transaction for the last 10 years in the domestic, only, especially in hotels and also in DMart, like DMart and Reliance Fresh, like that. But suddenly his patterns changes, his abnormal transactions are going on. So that identification of that abnormal conditions, abnormal transactions is called as anomaly detection. So then it will, then once identify that abnormal transaction, then the automated system will send a message to me. Your card transaction is happening at so and so bar. If it is a wrong transaction, not by you, then please intimate us. Because it's identified. Maybe it may be true. Maybe it may be true sometimes, but we don't know, right? The machine will don't know. Based on the past history, most of the time I am using regular transactions on the DMart and all the things. Suddenly, some other new places transactions are going up. So you feel that there is some abnormal condition, it is anomaly detection, abnormal detection. Then it will intimate me. So then I can take some action. Yes, maybe I lost my credit card, someone taken and used this somewhere. Just example I'm there. Okay, maybe I may use because of some other conditions, maybe I may use, but the machine don't know because the regular transactions are in that hotels and daily mode. So that's called anomaly detection. Hope you understand what I mean by the anomaly detection. Why I am giving the exams means in examinations you will get this type of questions. They will give case study, they will give some case study, and they will ask which is comes under the anomaly detection or not, or it comes under which of the elements of the AI, which of the elements of the AI it will come. So such type of questions will come. That is the reason why try to understand. So that's the fundamental, try to understand the concepts. No need to bother about the mathematical analysis and programming. Just initially the fundamental, try to understand the concept and definitely you can give the answer. You can crack the certification exams and you can get some knowledge. Hope you understand the anomaly detection. The capability to automatically detect errors or unusual activity of a system. Unusual activity of a system. That's called the anomaly detection. Right? Next, computer vision. So next element is the computer vision. So computer vision means, so this is the capability of a software to interpret the world visually through cameras, videos, and images. If you want to build some application which is dealing with the images or videos, then you require a computer vision. That the AI, one of the AI element is the computer vision you require. So computer vision is completely dealing with the images and what's called videos. That's the computer vision. Then fine. Next, natural language processing. Hope you understand natural language processing. So natural language processing means the natural language processing is trying to make the machine to interpret from the text data. Where the computer vision is dealing with the images and videos, whereas the natural language processing is dealing with the text, that may be the spoken language converted to text and processing, or direct text is feeding and it is processing. So finally, natural language processing is one of the key elements in the AI which is dealing with the natural language processing. Hope you understand. Natural language processing. It is dealing with the language, it is dealing with the text. It also dealing with the speech. The speech is converted to text and text is fed to the machine learning models and it will give some conclusions from that. So that is called natural language processing. Natural language processing means maybe in education sector, if we want to build some automated essay grading system, then you will feed the student paper to this model and it will read the complete information, it will grade it. Reading the information is read the text information. So from the text information, it will grade it. So that is the application of the natural language processing. Hope you understand. Automated essay grading system. And essay allow text information. So the text information it will grade automatically. That is one of the applications of the natural language processing. So natural language processing mainly dealing with the text. Okay. Now conversational AI is one of the main part in the element in the AI that is called conversational AI. So where you observe conversational AI? Anywhere. So conversational AI means previously, if I want to know whether the doctor is available in the hospital or not, then I have to make a call to the reception of the doctor, and the doctor, the receptionist will lift the call and will tell us doctor not available, he will come at so and so like that. But nowadays automation. So there is a bot service are prepared. So just you have to text it. So it will give automatic back. It will give the response. So recently, recent means 1 year back, I purchased what's called automated washing machine. So when I found some problems with the automated machine, so there is a Samsung offers some chatbot. In that chatbot, I have to enter the data. So it will. So I will demonstrate that demos also in the later classes. But conversational AI means now the human being interacted with the computer. That's it. Okay. So so if I
ఎవరో మాట్లాడతారని నేను అనుకుంటానా.
Can you please keep mute yourself? Yeah. Hope you understand, right? So conversational AI means we are not, the human beings are not interacting. The human being is interacting with the computer. Human being is interacting with the backend AI model. So, see, just now, there is some chatbots available in the hospitals. So I have the fever so much, this is the code, this is the code. If I give the test information, it will give some more suggestions. Yes. If you have a fever, you have a cold also. Yes. Then it will ask, you have a cough also. Yes. So like that, it will give some information. I have to give the responses, and it will give some other information. I have to give the responses, and finally it will give the conclusion. So I'm not interacting with the doctor. I'm not interacting with the nurse. I'm not interacting with any receptionist. Just I'm interacting with the computer to check my health condition. That's called conversational AI. Conversational AI. So these are the very main key elements of the artificial intelligence. So this is only one slide. The 1 hour I have to. Okay. Now, based on these things, I want to ask some questions. If anyone interested, so please respond. Okay. The question is, there is an industry. In the industry, there is a fully automated process is there. Fully automated process. Fully automated means, like assume like a thumbs up and Pepsi bottles are there now. Actually, they will not prepare those bottles again. They will recycle it and again use it. Okay. Now the bottles there, so all the used bottles are keep it somewhere, and it will be water cleaning. Later move on to the belt, and it is moving, and it is filling with the thumbs up or Coke. Later the cup is closed and it is dispatched. So this is a fully automated process. Hope you understand that. So let's assume I am developing a machine learning model or AI application in the fully automated process to diagnose some failure. And ఏదైనా failure జరిగి ఉంటే అది ఎక్కడ ఉందో డయాగ్నోస్ చేయడం కోసమని నేను ఒక AI application బిల్డప్ చేయాలి. If that is the problem for me, then this is comes under which of the AI element కింద వస్తుందమ్మా? Is it a anomaly detection, or it is a computer vision, or it is a natural language processing, or conversational AI? Perfect. Thank you very much. So if you are able to interactively participating and giving the right answer, means no, it is an anomaly detection, because we are trying to identify the abnormal situation. It's a fully automated process. So just we are keeping all the bottles in the some place, and it will be recycled and keep it on the belt, and it will fill with the Pepsi or Coke, and the cups are closed and dispatched. It's a complete process. Something is failure is happening, that is an abnormal condition. So we have to identify. If it is the abnormal condition, then it is called as the anomaly detection. Okay, very good, thank you. And the second question, okay, yesterday I explained about CoinNet application, right? Yes, that is which error is detected by computer vision means. Can you explain, please? So one thing you have to learn, identification of the abnormal condition is an anomaly detection. Okay, so that may be done using the computer application, whatever it may be, computer vision, but the process is called as anomaly detection. That means abnormal condition detection. Now, yesterday I explained one application, CoinNet application, that is the identification of currency notes, Indian currency notes, using a mobile application for visually impaired people. Now tell me, that application, that AI application comes under which of the AI element? Yesterday we discussed, right? Currency note detection, currency note identification for visually impaired people. Perfect. 125810005. Very good, very good. The computer vision. Your mobile camera will see the images of the various currency notes, and from that it will conclude whether it's a 10 rupee or 100 rupee or 50 rupee, whatever it may be. Okay, so that is the computer vision application. Very good, excellent. Now, one more example. So this type of questions will come. Maybe case study will change. The questions will be like this. Only thing is, they test you whether you understand the fundamentals of AI or not. That's it. No mathematics like that. Case study you have to interpret from that. Now, another question. So let's assume I want to build an AI application for a collector office, district collector office. The purpose of that application is, so many of the people go to the collector office, they will write some letters and submit to them their complaints. They will write their complaints. In that letter, they may mention the name, their location, their problem, everything they will mention. So what this automated application will do is, it is able to extract the who gave the complaint, the name of the who gave the complaint, that name, and what is his issue, and what is his location. This information must be extracted by that AI application from the form given by the customer. Hope you understand what I'm saying. So I want to build an AI application for a district collector office. The purpose of this AI application is, it will scan the complaint form given by the customer, and from that complaint form it will extract the name entity. That means name of the name who is given the complaint, and the location where the problem is there, and what is the issue. So such type of elements you want to extract from the scan document, from the text information. So then it comes under which element? No, here someone the conversation, it's not a conversation, just they are giving the form, text information only they are given. They will submit and go back. Now the collector office will read the document. The people will not read. The computer will read the document and it will separate. This is the name, this is the location, this is the issue. They will separate. So for the, yes, it is an NLP, natural language process, because we are dealing with the text information. We are dealing with the text information. Okay. Now, in the last application, so you want to build a chatbot service for a MGM hospital to give the answers asked by the users related to the hospital. Yes, it is a conversational AI. So no receptionist, no doctor, no nurse. Only you have to build an AI application to give the responses for the questions asked by the customers. Okay, so that is a conversational AI, like bot services, question and answer services. This type of services are called as a part of the conversational AI. Is one of the things. Yes, very good. So most of the students are responded interactively and also right manner. But some of the applications may be combination. Till now, what the case studies I have given, only simple ways. Some are maybe combinations. So combination means maybe second case study or third case study, I said that there is a form they are given. While form is thorough and cheppanu kadamma. So if you want to extract the information from the hard copy, from the form hard copy, you must require two elements. One is called computer vision and second one is called NLP. మీకు ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కేస్ స్టడీ చెప్పాను ఏంటంటే, I want to build an AI application for the district collector. Yes, perfect. Some applications are combinations of these elements. Some applications are combinations of these elements. Some person said that one thing I give for environment detection, someone said that computer vision. In some cases, the combination of both are also required. Both are also something required. Okay, like if so what is called? Suppose if the people are giving their complaints through a software in the form of the Word document, then you can extract the names and location information. Sir, in police station, police inspector trying to get answers from prisoners. So how to extract the information, which model scenario is sir, can you please call me once later? 108, sir, in police station, police inspector trying to get answers from the prisoner, trying to get answers. Okay, so please call me 1082 Pawan. So I will, maybe my number is available with you, so we will discuss. So I want real case study, so you can call me later. Sorry, right message, no? You can call me later. So something it's a required both. So suppose if the complaints are given through a software in the form of the Word format, then extracting the name of the complaint given person and also location and issue from the text information, you can use NLP directly. But if the hard copy is given, if the people who given a hard copy of the complaint letter to the collector office, then what we have to do? They have to scan the form. Now you have to apply the computer then to extract the text from the image. You have to extract the text from the image because form is the image, right? They will give the form. You have to scan it. Now it is the image. From that image, you have to extract the text. Now from that text, you have to extract the name, location, everything, the NLP. So both are required. So there are some applications, but these are the main elements. Sometimes you require the combination also. Okay. So this is all about the today's class, and tomorrow we are going to discuss about all the remaining formalities. Okay, hope you understand today's class. And Pawan, I think, please call me. We will discuss about the application properly because it will take some more time. So just after closing this class, if you want to get some information from me, you can call me. No issue. Okay, now fine. So I want to stop the class for today, and tomorrow